We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Going to the air right away, Lawrence. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
Intercepted. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
What's up?
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. They'll take this to the 46. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
You look at this Jaguar defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd.
20. Stop.
To throw, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down.
180. What's up?
Mayfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got to be thrilled to have this game still at 0-0 after the interception thrown on the very first play of the game.
They certainly do, and what I enjoyed was watching him on the sidelines, because as the defense came off, and really say thanks, because he threw the interception, it didn't turn into any points.
The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them, because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, this defense for the Falcons, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Go, let's go.
Now Lawrence. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey, attention. Hey, kill. 11. Sink right.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Right. 11. Hey, I'm gun. 30 left. Red.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Lawrence's pass intercepted. It's a turnover on downs.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around.
Start.
Throwing, Mayfield. That's out wide here for Robinson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. You look at this Jaguar defense. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
This is an area of the game that they definitely have to improve, because right now, against the pass, top 10 in the league. But against the run, that's where the struggles have come in. Got to find a way to make sure they stop runners before they get started.
Watch out.
Mayfield down. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he is going to have a Falcons first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. The Falcons at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Darnell Savage there to make the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Robinson. And he stopped immediately there. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Hey, 180!
Mayfield to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, on is Ryan Wright. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Play action. It's Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And they want to get him going early in this one because, remember, he struggled throwing the football last week, and he's firing away to start this one. But that one was incomplete.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Open man to tight end Luke Schoonmaker. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for 37 yards.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Lawrence to throw. That is caught. Schoonmaker. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Luke Schoonmaker, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jags march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. Takes it to about the 37. You look at this Jaguar defense. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
And being able to set the tone early in this game, because when you get down to it, it's that sign that we saw in their football facility when we visited with them. The one that said no explosives, no big plays, no chunk plays. That's what they've got to take care of.
A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
180.
Now Mayfield. And he will find his man on the outside. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches.
220. What's that?
Robinson up the middle. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts from 4 yards out. And the Falcons take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a 1st down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Lawrence. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Robinson with another carry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 1st downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
180!
Mayfield looks to throw. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Jaguars' 14-yard line.
Seven, our score after 1. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Good. 180. Done.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
2nd and a couple.
Red on red.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. That's complete. He's got Tootin. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Sink right.
And Lawrence now going to move him around.
Go, go. Here we go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. That's caught. It's Travis Hunter. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Hunter, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14.
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that what
he
it
would have
is?
kissed it on the ground.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throws right back to London, complete again.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the counter, this is Robinson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 82 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll run with Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
3rd down and goal to go.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
180!
Looking to throw. Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluokun. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
And he is out up around the 15-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Ripped!
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
A gain of 11 on the play. And
Thanks for 24.
1st down.
Son, it's a...
Here's Lawrence. He gets it to Thomas. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
Lawrence. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. 2nd down and 4.
Sink right!
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 29-yard line.
Lawrence will throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. 28 yards. And the Jaguars will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 21-14. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Good. 180.
To throw, Mayfield. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Mayfield. Now he'll tuck this and run. It's going to be caught by Pitts. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Good. 180.
From the gun, Mayfield. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And his kick is indeed good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
180. Done.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That's caught. It's a rookie from Oregon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. On the give, here's Robinson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, you've told me before, it's great to be an athlete. A lot of great athletes out there. It's good to have instincts, and he has those.
I would take those above athleticism in a lot of cases, because if you know where the ball's going before anyone else can get there and block you, you can make up for a lack of athleticism by being in the right spot at the right time.
And took him down in the backfield with those instincts. Throwing, Mayfield. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Back to the ground with Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 103 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Falcons, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Mayfield to throw it. Touchdown! Drake London from 6 yards away. And the Falcons have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Now he'll give it up on the reverse. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Finds Truton out of the backfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Take it easy. Route. Done. This is hot. Go. Let's go. Dirty left. Bam, gun. Let's go, right now.
Now Lawrence to throw. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence changing the play. Going quickly here to Thomas. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Lawrence going to throw again. He's going to, and he loses the football a second time. And the Falcons grab it. Room to maneuver at the 35.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, knock it free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work. And he's got it down to the 28.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Stop.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 129 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
1st and goal at the 6
Real.
yard line.
180. What's up?
Now Mayfield. Touchdown Falcons. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
3 weeks, 3 touchdowns. It's obvious they've looked his way early and often in the red zone this year, and that's usually a pretty good place to find a tight end in the NFL.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On play action, Lawrence. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Wide open.
Now Lawrence. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jalen Walker drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 36. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. They'll take this to the 46.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Mayfield down. And caught by London. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Robinson gets the toss on the right side. Oh, good move. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 152 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Robinson on a give right side. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Robinson will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. So this has been a pretty strong start to the year for him on the ground, CD. It's just week 3. That's already 5 rushing touchdowns.
And you know he's got big grins on their faces besides the rest of the team. The strength and conditioning program, because he was awfully dedicated to what they put in front of him to get ready for this year. Got himself into terrific shape, and he's dominated here early on.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Hey, Soko, hot.
Now Lawrence. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Let's go. Here we go.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Got a man, that's Hunter. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
It's second and inches at the Falcons' 36-yard line.
Take right open. Hey. 11. Go. Silver.
But to throw again is Lawrence. Looking long for Thomas. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
2 yards.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Second down and 8. Hand off now to Robinson. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Falcons, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week.